Number 16 Miami men's basketball lost to unranked NC State today, but it was in overtime, 83-81. Obviously, it was tied at 73 apiece after a whole regulation. 32 points for Miami in the first half, and they scored 41 in the second. NC State scored 42 in the first half, scored 31 in the second, but overtime, NC State 10-8. Obviously, there's more than just scoring that's the difference in the game. Miami, Florida shot the ball well. 56.9%, 29 for 51 overall, 6 for 15 on threes, which is 40%, 17 for 22 on free throws, 77.3%, 35 rebounds in the game, 5 assists. That ain't gonna cut it. 4 steals, 6 blocks, which is pretty good. 17 turnovers though, 17 fouls. Granted, some of it was foul game, I admit, for a little bit of it, but not all of it. And they did have 20 points off the bench. But NC State had 35 points off the bench. That's one of the differences in the game here. NC State didn't shoot the ball as well as Miami, Florida, but 33 for 75 on 40, which is 44%. 5 for 20 on threes. You got to work on that, or you're not known for it. 12 for 20 at the free throw line. You got to work on your free throws despite winning this game. 36 rebounds in the game. 15 of those offensive. You have more offensive rebounds than the other team. That's going to help. 14 assists, 9 steals, 5 blocks, which it's not as good as Miami, Florida, but they only committed 4 turnovers. And they did commit 16 fouls in the game. So going forward, for both these teams coming up, Miami, Florida has 11-6 Syracuse. Luckily, that's a home game. On the road to number 24 Duke, which Duke this year is not as good as teams in the past. Besides that 2021 year, that was a 2020-2021 year. That season was just off for Duke. 5-12 Florida State on the road. Granted, it's a rivalry game, but you should win that game in theory. 11-6 Pitt on the road. And then you host Virginia Tech, that's 11-6. So, really, one gimme game. After that, not so much. But even then, you got to be careful. Now, NC State, on their hand, has 8-8 Georgia Tech on the road. Granted, it's on the road, but you should win that game. 11-6 North Carolina, which North Carolina is not as good as we thought they would be this year. So far, they're one of the biggest disappointments in the country. 9-8 Notre Dame at home for NC State. They should win that game too. 12-5 Wake Forest on the road. That's granted. It's on the road. That's tough. And they have 5-12 Florida State at home. You better not lose that game, especially at home. So there's not a lot of gimme games for both of these teams. Anyways, if you like this content, hit the like and subscribe button. I see you guys later. It's going to 500 subscribers. We're on the road to it. Let's go.